Bitcoin back at $90,000 again. We can see we've been at $90,000 for many times. Here. Just in the past 2-3 weeks, we touched the 90K plenty of times. But I think sooner or later we will probably break down from this area. The more often we test it, the more likely it is that we're gonna have a breakdown. And I will talk about my price targets in this video, so make sure you stay tuned until the end. For now, what can we see in this chart here? We can see we are having here one top, another top, and here another top. Basically, we are having here a triple top at around $94,000. This is a quite bearish pattern. I think with this being said, we'll most likely see a breakdown. And usually it's this kind of move, so it's going to be a $4,000 move, probably to 86, somewhere around here. And after we will make another decision if it will hold the support here or if it will go even lower. As you know, I already talked about in my previous videos about the rising wedge pattern here on the daily chart. This is quite a concerning pattern because we can see the price target of this pattern is $48,000. This means for Bitcoin right now, let's see, we are somewhere around here. If we will go down there, it will mean another 46% drawdown just from this point here. So we have to be very careful. Let's see how much it will be from the peak here. From the peak down here, it will be around 61%. So it's not unusual for Bitcoin to go down 60% in a bear market and after a bull run. We know the 4-year cycle basically ended on October 13th. And based on that, we will most likely have a 1-year bear market. That's how it was in the past. And as you know, history doesn't repeat, but it oftentimes rhymes. So we can prepare ourselves for this type of situation. We can see here many altcoins are also like down quite a lot. Let's actually go here on the coin market cap page so we can see it more clearly. We can see many of them, they are just making great numbers. They are having some random pumps, but on the 7 days we can see even like good projects like Hyperliquid, which is one of the biggest perp dexes out there. It's going down. It's down 20% just in the past 7 days, guys. So you have to be very with the altcoins, especially now when Bitcoin is struggling to go up. And much more important is for Ethereum. Like altcoins are tied to Ethereum quite strongly, and if Ethereum is not going to make a new strong all-time high, I don't think the altcoins will make any significant gains. Of course, some pumps here and there, but usually those pumps are getting erased after a couple of days. So you have to be very careful. This is happening a lot in the market right now. And with Bitcoin, where else? I definitely think this is also zone here at around the 74k, and the next one would be here at around 50k, where the market could have a nice bounce back. Let's actually showcase it here. So here we have it once and another one time here at around 53k. Let's quickly showcase it again. 53k, that's where I think the market can have a bounce back from this zone, or we will most likely just go and probably consolidate in between the zone here between 70k and 52k, and after we can start the next bull market. Of course, it depends a lot if the rates are going to get cut massively. If we go back to 0% interest, I think this might spark some new investors coming into the market, because basically you can borrow money without paying so much interest. Money is getting more available, liquidity is getting more available, and this might bring some more liquidity to the financial markets. Now, let's also quickly talk here about Google and Tesla. They are also going down a little bit today, so we have to be careful here. Let's move this to the side here. I want to see the percentages rather. And okay, I'll do this later. And now Nvidia also down 178. Meta stable. Tesla also down around $7. Google down $3.5. And the question is, will we see some bigger drops? I think for the main stocks, not so much. Like of course they can go down like 10, maybe 15%, but I don't think some big drops are very likely for the big stocks like Google, Tesla, Nvidia, Meta, and Apple. I think they are slowly, and we can see it here. For example, let's look at Google. Google is basically just going up slowly over the past few years. We can see, of course, there are some drawdowns. Sometimes, let's see it here. This was, I think, the uncertainty 30% drop, but we can see since then Google performed quite nicely. We can see here over 126% in just 300, actually 264 days. In not even 1 year you can make over 120% if you buy at the right time some stocks. That's why the opportunities are endless in the financial markets. That's why I'm making these videos, to showcase you these kind of opportunities and how you can spot them and how you can take advantage of them. This was it for today's video. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to take profit. See you again next time. Bye bye.